Yes. Magic, holy shit. Oh shit. Nice.
Assemble General
General Assembly! It's time for the General Assembly!
It's time for the General Assembly!
Please come!
Please come!
Please come!
Please come!
Many people
have
things
things
they want to discuss.
they want to discuss.
We're going to discuss them
We're going to discuss them
in a group
in a group
for a very long time.
for a very long time.
Until people feel heard.
Feel heard.
We are going to go all night.
Go all night
If we have to.
if we have to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Raise your hand.
Raise your hand
If this is the first GA.
if this is the first GA.
Your first GA. So I'm going to run down the ground rules for our GA. We work on a consensus model.
We work on a consensus model.
If you don't know what that is,
If you don't know what that is,
and you stick around,
and you stick around,
we'll find out.
you'll find out.
Basically, it means
We
try to come to an agreement
come to an agreement
about everything we do.
about everything we do.
And we have certain tools
And we have certain tools
to help us do that.
to help us do that.
One important tool
One important tool
is the facilitation team.
is the facilitation team.
The facilitation team
Facilitation team
acts like traffic police.
acts like traffic police.
So we don't have a conversation traffic jam.
So we don't have a conversation traffic jam.
Many people here have very strong opinions.
Many people here have very strong opinions.
If everybody talks at once,
If everybody talks at once,
it's useless.
it's useless.
So
But are we all talking at lunch right now?
technically,
Technically,
we haven't started the General Assembly.
we haven't started the General Assembly.
Yeah, I started at quarter after.
Okay.
Hello everyone. Yesterday was such an important beginning to establishing a constructive, organic, consensus-building, socio-political and economic environment to accelerate the movement and society forward. To assist this local, regional, domestic and international momentum, it may be effective for ONS to establish a good neighbor policy. Doing so has the potential to enhance our internal message while simultaneously highlighting the actions, ideas, and strategies developed within ONS. In short, the Good Neighbor policy creates and sustains a series of engagements that ensure the credibility, support, continuity, and solidarity of the Occupy movement, both internally and externally. For example, in New York, the movement has ushered a GNP, Good Neighbor policy, that expresses how the Occupy Wall Street has zero tolerance for drugs or alcohol anywhere in Liberty Plaza. Zero tolerance for violence or verbal abuse towards anyone. Zero tolerance for abuse of personal or public property. OWS will limit drumming on the site to 2 hours a day between the hours of etc. etc. OWS encourages all participants to respect health and sanitary regulations and will direct all participants to respectfully utilize appropriate off-site sanitary facilities. OWS will display signage and have community relations and security monitors in Liberty Plaza in order to ensure awareness and respect for our guidelines and good neighbor policy. OWS will at all times have a community relations representative on site to monitor and respond to community concerns and complaints.
So 9 a.m. physical activity, 10 camp and meeting, finance and food basically from 11 till 1, and then from 1 till 2, arts and culture, sign making, all that other stuff for the camp, and then it's kind of open until 7 p.m. for discussion groups from 2 till 3, and then it's open for the rest, and we can fill some in, and we'll call that free time.
Okay, thank you. And now the facilitators will hear proposals and amendments for the daily schedule.
Okay, what I recommend that we might want to do, like let's say at lunchtime when the people are coming out for lunch, if a lot of people walk through here, do a group hug. It only takes 5 minutes to do a group hug. It gets a lot of sympathy. People love it.
Thank you.
Okay.
12 noon when the cannon goes off?
Yeah!
Woo! All right.
Love God.
Okay.
More amendments. Yes.
Just an idea, maybe when we get a little bigger. When all these guys go to work in the morning and come back from work at night, it might be nice to greet them with some signs. Maybe nothing like, angry, but like we are the 99%. Haven't heard that chant once yet since I've been here. Stuff like that, just something to think about.
Okay.
Okay, the people's mic does cut down your speech. I understand that. We all understand that. Sometimes it's not fair. But when we're at this rally and we want people to speak their minds, their opinion on what they are thinking at the moment or whatever about the movement, we want to be able to get everybody's opinion. And yes, it sucks that you can't speak that much, but come on, everyone needs to speak.
It doesn't just suck, it caters to people with really short attention
You have not
spans.
been recognized by a
There's 3 other
facilitator
people waiting
to
to
speak.
speak.
My mistake.
All right, thanks.
So I think that 3 minutes, if you're actually 5 minutes, 3 minutes, if you're actually talking for that whole time, that's a pretty decent speech for most people. And if you're really, really passionate about something and going on, I don't think anybody's gonna be like, hey, shut up, you're over your time. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I just wanted to say, anyone who is upset about the time limit, you are more than welcome to join our group and help us plan the next rally. I also just wanted to mention, if you have a topic that you're really passionate about, you can lead a discussion or a workshop where you can facilitate a discussion, and then you can also hear from other people about what they think about that idea. So I think I'm really looking forward to having more discussion. So it sounds like maybe you have something you really want to talk about for a long time. So if you facilitate a discussion about that where you're leading it, you can talk as long as you want.
And just to reiterate, the sign-on board for discussions is right here. You can sign up after the meeting. Discussions start at 2 p.m. tomorrow and every day. So, there.
We have 4 more minutes to discuss the rally.
Well, I don't know. I just find it weird to just put a time limit. If you think it's enough time to speak and most people are already going to speak like not longer than 5 minutes, then why even put a time limit on there?
George? I think that the reason that that time limit was set was because the group working on this specific rally and who we all said is okay to work on this rally made it so. And nobody else showed up for that, even though it's an open meeting. And that's why.
Okay. I work. I can't be at all meetings. I would have loved to have been at this rally meeting and put my input into it, but we all just already agreed that nobody is going to speak that. I assume that because we're here protesting, we're all decent people who want the best for this world, who are not going to take up 15 minutes rambling, because we know that other people have other shit to say, right?
Related but
This is a
broader.
dictatorship.
Something related but broader.
Embarrassing.
People are being pushed. They're being challenged. and they're going beyond their limits, and as a result, inwardly they're reacting, and I've noticed a lot of tension.
If you find that things aren't being done properly, or if you find yourself unhappy with the way things are being done, then just participate more. It's as easy as that. I don't see any reason why we need to complain and say bad things about the people who have been working 8 to 10 to 12 to 16 hours a day on this.
Alright folks, that'll be it for the coverage of what I was able to cover today down at day 4 of Occupy Nova Scotia. So the reason I wasn't able to really bring you the whole day's worth of stuff is because I was here till 5 o'clock editing a video that I had started editing at fucking 10 o'clock the night before. So I had a pretty rough day today, but as you guys saw near the end of the video there, during the General Assembly, they were being very open and asking people their opinions and stuff like that. And I ran out of time on my camera, so I wasn't able to show this, but I took an opportunity to speak. For the first time in my life, I felt motivated to speak my mind about something. I got very passionate about what I had to say. You know, we're no longer being represented. We're no longer living in a world where the people we vote for in office represent what we want. You even look at the Republican and the Democratic debates right now going on for the next election in the States. But right now it's mostly focused on the Republicans. But you look at some of the views and opinions and some of the things that they're saying on television to try to get their base going. And then you look at the polls of the people who actually vote Republican. They don't represent them whatsoever. They have... How can you make millions upon millions of dollars and be rich and have this lavish lifestyle and have any idea of what it's like to have an actual fucking job in a bad economy and barely make any money to survive? How can you know that? You cannot know that. These people are completely detached from our society. They're completely detached on what it means to live in our society, and they're completely detached from the emotions and feelings of the people who are in their society. And when I had the chance to speak my mind today and I was able to put that point across, I literally had to stop myself because I got so passionate about what I was saying that I literally had to stop. And when I stopped, I was shaking because for the first time in my life I was able to openly express what I felt and openly express myself to a group of people who were willing to listen. And it just filled me with this emotion that I've never had before, where I could have gone on for hours, literally, but I almost broke down because, you know, I'm so infuriated with the system and the world that we live in and how unbalanced everything is. So one of the gentlemen who heard me speak today offered or asked me if I would like to join a discussion group tomorrow in regards to my views and opinions. So tomorrow I'll be going down to the discussion group and I will be speaking my mind and hopefully have an open dialogue with people who are willing to hear it. Well, we'll see how everything goes. Look forward to that discussion group tomorrow. I do have to work, so I won't be able to be down there all day. So like I said, those of you who are following along, thank you very much. And good luck to everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay strong, stay wise, live free. Peace.